Egads Turtle Club. I'm Mini. What's going on? Okay. I think I see what's going on here. Hey, it is Mag Seeker of CTGStudios, and this is, well, Mini Mag versus Mini Wild. Okay, so, wow. What this series is going to be about is clearly this game here, Miniland Adventures, and just a little bit about it. I have been one of many streamers out there that have been given a preview copy of the full version of the game. By the time you see this video, the game will already be out on Steam. The expected price, from what we've been informed through the Discord, is about $10 USD when it releases. And I've been, oh my gosh, Turtle Club, I've been playing this for a while now. I have to say that I have been totally enchanted by the game. It is definitely one of those things that you can pick up, play for a bit, put down. I probably have well over 6 or 7 hours into it now, and I've only had the game for a little over maybe 3 days before I decided to start doing a series on it. This is one of those things where they're like, hey Mag, we think you'll like this game. Take a look at it, and if you do like it, do some coverage, upload some content. We will really appreciate that. So, who is they, you might ask? It's Imilkowski Dev, who is the developer, and the publishers is Games Incubator, PlayWay S.A, and Gameparic. I don't know a whole lot about those actual publishers. I don't know a whole lot about the dev, to be honest. I mean, I did some digging around, right, and there's just a couple of games out there from what I can tell. But the real cool thing is this game has a free Prologue version. It's kind of a demo, right? But it's basically the exact same game. Well, that's really what it is. They were developing it, and they were releasing it, and they were publishing it, and then all of a sudden they had a lot of interest in the game, and, well, they decided to make a bigger game than what they had. So, the Prologue, which we are not playing, this is the full version. Game comes out on the 10th of April. I believe new game releases at like 6 a.m. Eastern for Steam. So by the time you see this video, it'll already be out, because I plan to have this video out by like 7 a.m. on that day. Usually when we do Pokemon streams, but I have family coming, which I don't think I've told everybody on video. So apologies for that. But this video here, we're going to be digging into this, showing you what it's all about. We're going to be playing this in little mini bites. Our episodes we expect to have about 20 minutes in length each. But yeah, I'm excited to get into it. It is absolutely my honor to be doing this. We've gotten review copies before, but preview copies, mind totally blown. I was excited. I had a whole entire press pack sent to me. There's no NDAs on it from what I can tell, but I wanted to get some feel for the game so I could really kind of give you my thoughts and to show it off a little bit more. I expect this to go for like 14 episodes maybe. It just really depends, because I've been playing the game over and over again, and I'll show you guys what I mean by over and over again, because it's just great when you get into it. But about every, I don't know, week or so, I'm like, okay, cool, let's see what else I can do different. It's one of the things I really love about this, is it's got a lot of fiddly bits, right? I love fiddly bits when it comes to games where you can do things differently, you can adjust things, you can kind of go one route and then go, okay, let's see what the other route is. It's one of the reasons why we love survival crafting so much on this channel. And, yeah, so, like I said, it's coming out April 10th. It's going to be about $10. So it plays a lot, in my opinion, like Stardew Valley and like Minecraft and Ark and some other of those games kind of rolled into one. There, again, is a free preview, so if you look at it and you're like, okay, maybe I might like it, you can get the free preview, but there are some things about the preview, the prologue, right? Number one, in this game here, you can see right here where we're building our world. We're going to just call this Turtle World. No, Turtleville. No. Turtle Planet. Let's be grandiose about it, right? So if you were playing in the prologue, that would be it. You do not have the option when you save the game to create more than one world. You do not have the option to choose between creative and survival. You don't have the option to change the difficulty. It's kind of locked in at normal. I do like normal. It's kind of fun. The other thing about the Prologue is that the game lets you only play for a week of game time. So it's a survival crafting game. It's got a day-night cycle. Day 7 is the end of the Prologue. Whereas the full game, you just keep playing on forever and ever and ever, or until you get bored and decide to make a new world, which I've done a lot. I've also deleted all these worlds off here because, well, you know, we're family friendly on this channel. My personal save game files, when things went a little sideways, not as family friendly as we wanted. So I just decided to scrub all those so we could also start from what it looks like as a fresh, new, clear adventure. So without further ado, Turtle Club, by the time you do see this video, it's going to be out. It's going to be about $10 from what we've been told. I think with the amount of time that I've got off this, the $1 an hour threshold that we put out there, I think it's going to be way worth the $10. But here, so let's get to it so you guys can see exactly what all this is about. It's an alpaca! So as you can see, we start off like you do in most survival crafting games. Now, one thing to note is this little world over here is completely randomized. This little one tile. I've started this tile with these trees. I've started these tiles with some radishes. I've started these tiles with some sheep. You can get all sorts of different stuff. But in most survival crafting games, you know, when you're done harvesting the area, you are kind of at the mercy of the game to wait for things to grow or to come back. And you can see we have this day timer. It's your standard stuff. We got autosave ticking away, which is pretty cool. We do have some radishes we start off with. We have a watering can, a cup, which is important, and acorns. So the gameplay, left click uses whatever's in your hand, right click will alternate use whatever's in your hand, Q will drop whatever's in your hand, and then tab will open up your crafting menu. So pretty standard controls if you look. The thing where it all gets a little crazy is you'll notice we're here with this little bitty world. They're small. There's not much that we can do. And then, well, in most games you press space and you jump. You don't jump in this game. When you push spacebar, you get this new little menu. Now, with this game, every time that the day rolls over to dawn of the next day, you get new cards. And it doesn't matter how it rolls over, you just get them. So we are going to look here and see we have these little trees, which we just harvested a whole bunch of. And click on it to toggle. And you'll notice the card that you're selecting is the top card, as in tire. And so once you have that selected, boom, new world, and there's a sheep. More world, and we're going to go and just kind of raise that up there. So there's our 6 cards, and you can actually place these cards against whatever you want. You don't have to keep them organized. You don't have to do anything with them you don't want to. Once you've placed that, though, it's back to survival crafting stuff. So we're going to use our little sharp rock that we got. We're going to chip at stuff and just kind of, you know, do what we came here to do, which is survive and craft. Now, the gameplay, about every single episode on this stream is going to be about a day of actual game time. So that's one of the reasons why we kind of went for the 20-minute episodes. I think it kind of works. We'll do a little bit of a preamble on these and do some more crafting. And in each day, we'll hopefully discover something brand new. That way I can share and show you guys that brand new thing. Now, if you do like the video here and you want to see some more of this gameplay, of course, as always, like, comment, subscribe, smoke signals, whatever you're going to do, Turtle Club, to make sure other people know about the content. Super appreciate that. It's stuff like this, and basically taking a look at new games like this, and reviewing new games like this, and commenting. Oh, Mag versus Wild, little spider in the floor. Okay, that's fine. Alright. But the thing with these kind of games and these kind of reviews and stuff is when you guys do the likes and the views and the commenting and all that, it does let these developers, such as Imilkowski Dev, know that we exist and we are out there putting content out there, and it lets people know that, hey, maybe if we want to have somebody review our games, we need to take a look at MAG. We need to take a look at CTGStudios and see what they got going. We need to take a look at this really teeny tiny guy whose head is completely in the body of this artwork, and go with that. All right. Now, one thing I do want to comment is you can see on this UI, pretty standard stuff, right? We have our inventory, our scroll wheel will absolutely move where we're at our inventory, and our actual buttons 1 through 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 2 or 3, 4, 3, 4, 1. So you can absolutely lay out your tools the way you want them to. And you'll notice that it is like other survival crafting games where we have kind of like a tool belt, which is that main bar, and then our inventory just becomes all the stuff after that. So right here we can see, as we got this stuff, we got some more rocks, we got some acorns, some center logs, and we're just basically, kind of laying out the way this is all going to kind of go for us. Now, one thing I have not found yet on this game is exactly how far you can build out. That's one thing that we probably may come across as we play this. Oh, there's some more radishes. So, one thing to point out also is this game has a lot of the features that we have from other games that we've played. And the big one here that I found at first is taming, or breeding. You feed an animal its favorite food, for the most part 4 times that I found, and all of a sudden you've got, once again, another miniature version of the animal. As time progresses, that animal will absolutely grow up to a full animal, and that's great because these animals all produce certain things. The sheep produce wool and mutton, very much like art. When you basically butcher a sheep or shear a sheep, you get some product from it. Other animals produce similar items, which we'll get into. One thing I do also want to point out is that the sheep are totally based upon this biome. So you'll notice we had the stone biome that we could play down, and we had the tree biome that we could play down, and those biomes were 100% with certain things that come attached to them. Right now, it is the animals that you have, it is the resources that you can gather, and it's the resources you can grow. And in that vein, we're about to do 2 things. So we have a number of acorns that we have been gathering. We take these acorns, we can plant acorns. So unlike some survival crafting games, in this game we can absolutely manage our resources by continuing to grow our resources. That's true for 99% of everything that we've gathered so far that we've seen. We can plant the radishes, which we'll be doing on the bottom in a few moments. Once we get this cleared out. And once we got all these gathered, we get close to dark, we're going to start building a few crafting stations, so you guys can see exactly how the crafting goes. It's one of the easier crafting systems that I've discovered. I'm not sure if I really love it a whole lot, but it's one of those things that definitely tells me that, hey, crafting has been kind of idealized to a point. Much like a lot of the rest of the game, it has a very basic art style and a very simple art style, which still gets the point totally across. The gameplay loop is solid, so art, you know how we are at Turtle Club. Art matters to a point, but it doesn't matter all that much. We're going to plant a radish, then we're going to go to our watering can. You'll notice as we use our watering can, it's the alternate button to make water happen. Alright, and we need to get some water and we need to eat. So radishes actually are going to produce some food for us as our acorns. Our acorns are going to produce half, per acorn, and we have plentiful of those, so we'll eat them for now. And so now we're going to get to our crafting. Now that it's dark, I feel crafting is kind of important. So first thing we're going to do is craft a workbench. That requires, as you can see, some sticks and some planks. Planks are real easy. They just take one of these standard logs. So we're going to make 2 craftings of planks, which will get us 4. You'll notice the workbench requires 4 sticks and 3 planks. So now we'll make a stick, which gets you 4 of those for 1 plank. And there's our workbench. And placing our workbench down, very easy. Just grab it, select it, and plop. When you come up to a new crafting thing, you'll right click, and we're halfway through day 1. The monsters are gathering for day 1. When I first saw that, I thought, okay, we got monsters. This is not an easy game like I thought it looked like. I was kind of excited about that, and we will get into that when the monsters finally come on episode 4 or 5. I forget exactly when they attack, and I always forget it. Oh my gosh. So this is a chest, this is a carpenter table, this is a tool table. So we need 4 planks there, we need 4 planks there, so we need to wind up with 8 planks, and we need some sticks, and 2 sticks, and no sticks, so carpenter table, furniture table, and a forge. And now we can just go and grab these things and drop them. So you all will be able to see, oops, put that down, how the rest of the crafting goes. Thing we want to start off with first is going to our tools table, which we haven't crafted yet. Where is our tools table? There it is. We so didn't craft it. We thought we did. Alright, tools table is going to need some planks. And a total of 4. And some sticks. So plank, stick, tool table. Alright. Tool table's here. And so you can see here's all the tools. We have tiers of tools. We go stone, copper, bronze, all the way up to obsidian. Haven't seen the obsidian yet, but I have an idea where we might have to get it. So, right. And so as far as tools go, what we need next is a sword, which requires just some sticks. Boom, and a sword. And we are so sorry, Mr. Sheep. But you are here for tutorial reasons. Alright. And our cup. So we're going to go here. So mutton. We're going to make 2 cooked mutton. It takes, per cooked mutton, 4 fire. We get 3 fire per log. We also get 1 fire per plank. Not a good trade. So we just throw those in there. The other thing is that a cup of water. We take water and then we go ahead and boil it into a cup. That's very important because the way the water works in this is it's really salty. So we're going to grab this and we're going to make us a cup of water. Need to collect an outpost first. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, salty water. We will drink it so we get our water back. And unfortunately, we're going to have to kind of cheese the system a little bit. We lose food every time we drink our water. But that's okay because our mutton is really, really delicious. And boom. Alright, so we got good food, we got good water, we got everything we need here. And the night is kind of starting to go along here. We have our little tree garden here. We have our little radish garden here. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to spend day 2 building shelter. Shelter's pretty easy, and we can actually start crafting this a little bit on this episode. Show you again kind of how easy this is. We have a total of 21 tiles. For my shelter that I like to build in this game, so far I've been really, really happy with a 5x5. So you're good at math. It's 25 tiles, and the center tile, I usually use it because I want my base to be in the center of everything. And so it's one less, so we need 24 tiles. And to get 24 tiles, tiles, it takes 73 different things. So we are, 73 pieces of rock. So we're going to need a lot more rock. So we're going to go ahead and just make these. And I can show you exactly how we start placing them down. We don't even have enough for the core, but that's fine. We're going to just place these down, and boom. So that's going to be it for day 1. We're just going to go ahead and give this a save, and thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. It is just an amazing game. As we get further and further into all the logistics and the building of it, I'm sure you guys will agree. Again, the game is called a Miniland Adventure. Right now, you can see the Miniland Adventure Prologue in Steam, and you'll be able to play it there for free. And again, it lets you play this game for 7 days, just to kind of try it before you buy it. And yeah, let us know again in the comments what you think. This episode should be airing on our channel about 7 a.m. I'm going to have myself a good morning. Well, actually, at this time, it's about to be good night. It's about time for bed for me. But yeah, Turtle Club, have yourself a good breakfast, good lunch, good dinner, as always. Whatever you do, stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good one. Take care, and thanks for watching.